daughter of nature, the watcher of the forest. Mother welcomes every visitor. But do behave yourself, because Mother has her way with the naughty one.
Hey guys, Banana Luck here and back here with another Watcher of Worms video. So today we are featuring Elowyn. Looks like she is gonna be the 10x hero that's coming out. We saw her featured in the in-game banner, and there's also some videos going out by some of the CCs that, show her in the App Store promotions. So yeah, it's exciting. I've gotten her in the first ever Legendary Hero pack, the one that you had to buy. You have been watching my videos since then, you have known that I was so excited to get her because Elowyn is hands down the best healer in the game because she does everything. She does AoE heal, she does dispels, she even does rage regen, which is amazing, and she also has global heal, which is something unique. I mean, not really unique, Azrin does that too, but Elowyn does it in a different manner. And she can actually heal multiple targets with that global heal. So yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at the hero, and also firstly we'd just like to compare Elowyn against the other healers, why we say that she's the best in the game. So she's from the Esotericist faction, not a really big deal. You don't need to get her ulti up ASAP unless you get her to one of the final awakenings where every time she ultimates, she gets that wood elf, which is her global heal essentially. Yeah. But if we just take a look at healers in general, you'll start realizing a pattern that most of these healers, they do a very specific function. So we have Leia. Leia is used for attack boosting because it stacks with Dolores. It's not inspiration buff. You have Dasomi, nobody really uses him. He's a single target heal that does dispel too, but yeah, no one gets him, no one really uses him. Then you have Aileen and Sadie, both of which are, AoE, huge AoE healers, but Sadie does a lot of damage reduction, not really that much healing. And Aileen just does heals only. Then you have Azrin, he has that damage cap prevention, Gwendolyn with shielding, Carnelian with unyielding states. It starts to get very obvious that most of these healers have something specific. Dolores is inspiration, Vortex is healing, Lightlock is very niche, people use him in Gear Rate 1 or rather used to with Abomination. Then you have Hollow. Rage Regen as well, the only other Rage Regen healer besides Elowyn, but you don't build Hollow out with healing actually. Because if we take a look at her awakenings, you'll see that, her first awakening actually. Each healing restores 1% rage or rage cap. So what does this mean? To get things really optimal, you don't want Hollow to be healing a lot. You want her to heal more often instead. So a bit counterintuitive. I mean, she is a healer, but you don't want her to heal too much, but that's the rationale why. At least in Guild Wars, you want to build her out with, almost no attack if possible, and just have her, healing more times so that she does get her rage cap up much sooner. Then you have Medan. I think she's the closest to, what Elowyn does. She does dispel, she does AoE heal, but there's one thing she doesn't do. She doesn't do rage regen, and she doesn't have that global heal. So you start to see and understand why people say that Elowyn is the best healer in the game. Because she does everything. She might not be the best at what she, does. She's more of a jack of all trades. She's not going to regenerate more rage than Hollow, that's for sure. She's not going to heal as much as, Vortex or Midan maybe in like single target situations, because Vortex does that really well when it's single target with her shielding. But she's gonna be versatile. She's gonna be usable in like most content. I use her a lot in early game content, Void Rift as well, because her Dispel comes in really handy, especially for the first phase. So yeah, that's why I say she's jack of all trades. She does everything. But without further ado, let's get into her kit and see what she actually does. So Elowyn, I'll just pop mine out. Actually, I need to showcase her range first. Yeah, so over here. So she has the same range as Midan, one towards her back, one towards the front, and this deployment comes in alright. I think if you use her in like Void Rift and all that, it pairs pretty well. Cost wise, she's at 16 HP, attack, that's pretty, I think, average at best. You can see that I've built her out with more HP because I do want to use her in Void Rift, and if I don't build her out with more HP, she dies pretty quickly. So yeah, cost wise, she's at 16, normal revival time, and so on and so forth. So stats wise, she's pretty alright. To be honest, my only gripe with Elowyn is that she's an attack-based healer. If she is a HP-based healer, boy oh boy, she's gonna be nuts. The only reason why I say that is because when there's a attack-based healer, most of the time you have to balance between, HP and attack. You have to give them attack bonus means, but you have to have them having, HP bonus as one of the substats just to make sure that they survive. In my case for Elowyn, I don't have a super build on her because I'm prioritizing other healers. So one of my items is actually HP bonus. Not ideal, I admit, but this is what we have going on at the moment. I just have better gear on other units at the moment because I'm using them for GVG, and also I'm using Hollow for, guild boss. So I do use her still for, Void Rift, but these stats are, just fine. Attack speed could be higher and, attack could be higher as well, but this is what we have at the moment. And yeah, so taking a look at her kit, so attack-based healing, this is standard, and, this is the global heal we've been talking about. Every 40 seconds, she gets a 5-cost unit that she can place down. So as long as there's ground tiles, she can place down the wood elf. So this restores HP equal to 100% of her healing multiplier every 0.5 seconds for 10 seconds. And only one wood elf can be present at any time. So you can see this goes down to 30 seconds at max, and I very unfortunately don't have that maxed out. So I have her basic heal maxed out almost with the free, dust going on. So not ideal, but thankfully for her last spell, which is the highlight, this is her rage regen. I have it at level 3. So restores rage every it should be 5 seconds because I have it skilled up, so now it's 4 equal to 2% of their rage caps. So this goes up to 3% rage cap every 3 seconds. So in a nutshell, 1% rage every second, right? If we do the calculations. So yeah, skill kit wise, you can start to see why she's really great. She does global heal, she does this rage regen, and with her ultimate, she dispels debuffs as well. So in phase 1 of Void Rift, where there's that Araka boss that does poison, you need another dispel healer. If not, it's not gonna be enough. So this is why Elowyn plus Midan pretty much clears out all of Void Rift phase 1. If you have enough damage dealer, your tanks are built well enough, their two dispels combined together is gonna do a lot together. And other than that, she just does a lot of heal on top of that. And this is a big range. Don't get me don't even get me started on that. This is not Elowyn's normal range. It's Vortex range instead. So the only way that I can put that into perspective is to actually do like a showcase. So I'm just gonna pop in here solely for trying to show her ultimate range. So this is a normal range. Ultimate range, it's Vortex Rich, which is pretty nuts. So this, I found this incredibly helpful for, you know, Immortal Codex, the one with the healing stage, the Wasteland Titan, because it just extends her dispels, right, to the other units, other than just covering the golems. So that's her ultimate range, pretty bonkers, and yeah. So that's her skill kit. Without further ado, let's look at Awakenings, right? So first one, after using Grace of Nature, reduces damage taken by 20% for 10 seconds. Neat, but you don't really need that because if you're putting Elowyn, chances are you're not in content that needs damage reduction, you know. She's not gonna substitute Sadie for sure. Next one is attack boost, nothing wow, quite pretty ordinary. A3, every basic attack launch has a 20% chance to dispel debuffs from ally. I think when you look at this, what comes to mind is Immortal Codex, you know. That's the only reason why you want dispels to be going off even on her basic attack. So starts to get pretty nuts from there, right? And then A5 is probably going to be, yep, Rich Regen, and A4 and A5, the last one, is what we highlighted briefly earlier on. Every time she uses her ultimate, she obtains a Wood Elf immediately. So she is from the Esotericist faction. If you have Venoma pet with her, then that means that she can probably get her heals out from the get-go with A5, and also the global heal with the Wood Elf. But who am I kidding? No one's gonna get her to A5 unless you're Mega Whale, and I think the 10x event just goes to show that, you know, lots of people are struggling not to have Elowyn in the first place. That's why they have that 10x event. So yeah, this is Elowyn. Skill kit wise, I think I'm just trying to go on again and again to say how nuts she is, and you know, there's really no other reason why I'll say that other than the fact that she does everything. She does heals, she can do it globally, she does dispels as well, and she has Rage Regen on top of that. And one thing that I may not have mentioned, or I may have, is that her Rage Regen is global. So it does not matter where you place her, as long as you have Elowyn down, everyone is gonna get that Rage Regen. You can see in the tooltip here, restores Rage every 4 seconds for all allies. So no matter where your units are placed, as long as you have Elowyn on the field, they're gonna regenerate Rage, and this came in pretty handy for my Gear It 3 speed run. I was trying to get Hatsuit to ultimate twice, but there's no one that I could get close to, you know, not even Hollow could, you know, reach Elowyn. So in that case, as a result, I placed down Elowyn instead of Hollow first, and that allowed my Hatsuit to ultimate the second time, just in the nick of time. So yeah, I think that's pretty much gonna be it for the video. That's all I wanted to cover. I'm gonna come out with more content, obviously, to showcase where I've used Elowyn in the past. I mean, her gear is much better now, but I still want to showcase like where I've used her, you know, the difference between her and Hollow when it comes to Rage Regen as well. But that's pretty much gonna be it, guys. Really simple video, showcasing her, and you know, I wish you guys luck if you guys are gonna pull for her if she is gonna be in the banner. You know, that's still up for speculation. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video, and good luck on the weekends if you pull for her, and yeah, goodbye.